Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to use the AVERAGEIFS function. Okay, so what I have here is a set of product transactions here and their respective sales. Okay, so product and customer, category, country, and the sales value. Okay, similarly for I have about 277 records. The product may repeat here in the column as well as the customer, category can be new category and old categories, and the respective countries. Okay, for this sales. Okay, now when you use the average function, what you will get is that overall average of the sales. Okay, so now I want for each product with the category, different categories. Okay, I want the average sales. Okay, so for this example, what I have is Alice Mutton is the product here with the category can be new and old. Okay, what is the average sales for the Alice Mutton new category, new average sales, and Alice Mutton category old and average sales. Okay, similarly for each product. Okay, for that what we are going to do is we are going to use the AVERAGEIFS function. Okay, I will show you what is AVERAGEIFS function. You can notice here that there is a yes here, plural. Okay, what is AVERAGEIFS function? Find average. Average is nothing but the arithmetic mean for the cells specified by a given set of conditions or criteria. Okay, if we give a set of conditions and criteria, it will do the average. Okay, only when that condition is true. Okay, now here in IFS function you have more than one condition can be given. Okay, so for in this case what we have is we need to check the product or as well as the category. Okay, both. Okay, product must be Alice Mutton, that is one condition. Same time the category must be new, that is the second condition for the first row. Okay, so similarly for the next row it is product is Alice Mutton and the category is old. Similarly for each product you have a different categories. We have in this case we have only two categories, which is new and old. So totally we have about 25 products. So for each 25 products with different categories, we have new and old, we get overall 50 categories. Okay, maybe one or two products may not have the new or old inside. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we want the average sales for product with the category. Okay, before we go to introduce the AVERAGEIFS function, we want to give names for the columns. Okay, but what we are going to use is we are going to use these three columns. One is the product, so the product list, the product column, I want to give a name. Okay, so select the column, right click, define name. Okay, it's supposed to be products. Okay, second one I want to use it category. Okay, right click, select the column, right click, category. Okay, obviously the third one, this is the average range. What we are going to average, we are going to average the sales. Okay, it itself giving sales, so I just click OK. Okay, now why we are defining names? Okay, it has a few benefits. The first one is we are going to use a formula with these three ranges. Okay, whenever we are going to use the ranges, what will happen? The ranges will start with something like a to the final record is A colon A 277, something like that. Okay, the range. so the formula becomes more complicated, or it looks more untidy. Okay, something like the formula to be readable, then you give the name for the columns, then or the range name for the ranges, then it will look very readable. Once one glance itself you will know what is happening. Okay, that is one. Secondly, when you are writing a formula in the first cell, when you move the cell to the formula, drag it to the next cell, what will happen? The range also moves relatively. Okay, then from the first cell to the last record, it will move to the second cell to the next record. Okay, when you move it to the second cell, the formula, so that one I don't want to happen, because I want the product range from the A2 onwards. Similarly, for sales ranges from the E2 onwards, and the categories from C2 onwards, something like that. Okay, so I want the ranges to be fixed, that's why I just named it. Okay, and it is easier every time, we no need to just to go and drag. Okay, so we can just type in the name of the range. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to use the formula now. Average ifs. Okay, once average ifs, the first argument is average range. What is the range you are going to average? Which column do you want to average? I want to average the sales column. Okay, so once I select the sales column, what happens? You can see here it automatically given the sales, because we already defined the name. Okay, so if you drag and select the column, then the column values automatically it gives the name, or because we already given the name, so you can just start typing the range name. Once you start typing yes, it is showing the sales. So this checkbox implies that it's a defined name. Okay, this one. Okay, now once you make the average range, this is the first, then the next one is the criteria range and criteria range 1 and criteria 1. Okay, so for our average ifs function, we have the conditions, right? For in this case, we are going to introduce two conditions. Product must be the Alice Mutton and the category must be new. Okay, these two conditions. Okay, in average ifs function, every condition is split it into two arguments. One is the criteria range and the criteria. Okay, so what is the criteria range? Criteria range is where do you want to look into. Okay, in this case I want to look into the product list. Okay, this column. Okay, and what I want to look into, the value is this list value, whichever record satisfies the given value here. Okay, so it is more like the left hand side and right hand side of the condition. Okay, the range is left hand side of the condition and the criteria is the right hand side of the condition. Similarly, for next condition you must provide. Okay, I will start giving the first condition. First condition is criteria range. Where do I want to look into? I want to look into the product list column, but actually this is the products, the name we already defined. Okay, I selected the full set of the column, but you can see the name we already defined is there, products. Okay, or you can straight away type in. For your understanding only, I just selected now. Okay, this is where do I want to look into. I want to look into the products column. What do I want to look into? The given product, which is the Alice Mutton. Okay, this is the first condition. Both arguments put together will give you a one condition. That is why they put criteria range 1 and criteria 1. Okay, next we are moving to the next condition. Okay, which is the criteria range 2 and criteria 2. Okay, so where do I want to look into? I want to look into the category list now, which is here. Okay, in the source data. category list. But now I know the name, I already defined the name, so I can type in the category. Okay, it's here. Okay, so I select this one. Once you select, you can also see here it is selected the category. Okay, now where do I want to look into is category. We have finished. What do I want to look into is the given value of the category, which is new, which is the cell H2. Okay, close the bracket and enter. Now you see 1092 is the Alice Mutton product and the new category. Okay, what is happening here is that this function checks these two conditions. Because product value is Alice Mutton as well as the category value is new, then those records consider to do the average of this column sales. Okay, so only if these two conditions are true, then only the corresponding value of sales will be considered for doing the average. Okay, those records wherever product is not equal to Alice Mutton and the category is not equal to new, or one of them is false, then it won't consider that record for doing the average. Okay, 1092. Okay, let's check whether it's true. Alice Mutton and new. Okay, what we have Alice Mutton new is these four values. These two are old, this one is again new. So I already selected those Alice Mutton and new values. Now you can see here in the status bar average values 1092 is exactly the same thing what the function returns. Okay, similarly we want to do it for old. We no need to do anything, just drag the formula, because I already defined the names, so I no need to worry whether it will make the relatively changes on the ranges. No, it won't do, because I already defined names, so I am using the name. Okay, sales, products and category, these three are fine. And this one relatively changed to G2 to G3, which is this to this, correct. And similarly H2 to H3, which is previously H2 is new, now it is looking for the old. Okay, it's very fine, and we can do it for all the products here. Okay, so we got for all the products the new and old category. We finished the average. Okay, so average of sales. Okay, why we used ifs condition? Because we had two conditions. Okay, if we have only one condition, we might have used average if condition. We have three condition. Again, you want to see country also. You give some given countries, then you must again you must put comma, then introduce the next condition, which is country list comma equal to whatever the given value. Okay, so this way you can start using the average ifs function and to calculate the average for multiple conditions. Okay, only if all the conditions are true, then only it will do the average. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. The Alan Sam subscription button is already in the screen, and leave your comments and suggestions, and God bless you.